And welcome back to another edition of The Uncomfortable Truth with your host, Dirk. I want to discuss something I'm going to refer to as racial cuckolds today, because this is really getting under my skin of late. It's something I've been noticing all across television, in particular with talk shows that have any panel that might feature white and or black people on it, and specifically the white people's reactions to anything and everything the black individual might say, no matter how smart, how stupid, how funny, or how maybe not so funny. And what really gets under my skin is how the white people just keep reacting to everything this black individual might say. Now, believe it or not, this podcast doesn't have much to do with black people. They're just kind of in the periphery of it. It's more about the racial cuckoldry of white people of late, who have become so pussified that it defies any logic whatsoever. I mean, I have never seen things this bad before in my life. And I've been around quite a few years. It's become so stupid and fucking phony, it's become a version almost of some form of white minstrel acting. It's ridiculous. But what really gets to me is, it's almost unbelievable to watch how things are unfolding of late as the times are changing and things are turning around. And the black host or co-host will usually have something very insulting or insensitive to say, and sometimes they might even be funny, but most of the time their jokes are pretty lame, fall flat, if you will. But what gets to me is this white guilter, almost brainwashed need to laugh, to prop him up. And then the cameras pan to every white person on the panel. They're cackling and smiling and tears are in their eyes, as if everything the black person says is the most funniest thing on God's green earth. And it's so fucking phony. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. What the fuck is so funny? I've seen it with Charles Barkley. I've seen it with Sherrod Smalls. I've seen it with Mark Lamont Hill. The list goes on. And it's like, is it really that funny? Does it tickle your funny bones so much that you cannot control yourself from laughing at everything this person's saying? So you have this black person now sitting there, and he or she are going, my God, this is easier than I thought. Even they don't laugh at everything they say, but the white cuckold, the race cuckold. And sometimes what happens is a different guest, it could be a different black guest, or it could be a Hispanic or a white guest, they might even say something that's actually funny. But they don't really get that much of a reaction because they're not being kowtowed to like the black guest. And the black guest goes into his usual rant, out of control, a mile a minute, yapping, racial jokes, cheap shots, insults. Something that wouldn't fly if the shoe was in the other foot. That white fucking host would be out of a job in 2 seconds flat, I guarantee you there. But because this black person is on the panel, they have this ability to just say whatever they want, or spew whatever comes out of their head, whatever brain fart it may be, however intelligent or important to a topic. And usually, I'm telling you, a lot of the times it's just some black guy riffing and attacking on white people, a lot of race baiting and all that type of shit. But that doesn't bother me as much as the white co-hosts who are cackling and just literally dying laughing on air at everything. Not one thing is not laughed at. Everything is laughed at to the nth degree. So you have to ask yourselves why. What's transformed these white people into such racial cuckolds? See, that's the thing right there. The times have changed and completely neutered white people. We have no guts, no balls. And it just makes me sick to watch it. Because it wouldn't fucking fly with any other culture. Because I'll tell you right here, right now, you know what that other culture, black, Hispanic, Asian, whoever the fuck, Arab would say? What the fuck is so funny? And you know what? They'd be right. Only white people do this, and it drives me crazy. You're not gonna get a cookie, a pat in the back, a fucking star for a job well done, because nobody gives a fuck. Believe me, that black guy probably doesn't even like you. But he's grateful and thankful that you're letting him on your fucking show where he could be an asshole and talk shit about your own race. white people have lost their way. We've lost our mind, our spirit, and we have no balls to speak of. And honestly, at the end of the day, pointing fingers doesn't cut it. The only people you can really blame is ourselves.